What's good, my guy?
Chilling as always.
We're always matching.
Oh, it's love. That's what it is. It's love. Guys.
Guys always late for everything. Okay.
I was looking for. I was actually looking for parking. I saw you guys outside.
Actually, see you.
All right.
Actually,
All right.
I'm actually quite nervous
I
about
asked you
these
for
cards today. I don't know what to expect because you know why? It's the let's go there. That stresses me out.
Where are we going?
Where are we going? Candid Christian card. What's it called?
No.
Christian Convos.
it's forget that. It's this. Dare to dive deep.
Turn it to the side. Hold up.
Take the plunge.
Yeah.
Okay, so rock paper scissors.
Oh no.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, you.
On shoot? That's good.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Can we do that? Can we do that shoot though?
I don't want to
At
do
this
that.
game.
We already picked him.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's a tie.
No, I got scissors.
Oh my bad. Cool. So
No.
setting out the order.
Let's just go this way.
All right, cool.
What?
So you have to take it. Yeah.
Not the immediate laugh. Come on.
No, I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed by this. Okay, so I'm asking y'all too.
I don't wanna
So,
look.
Oh.
so this was what happened. I pick first, and then I ask you guys the questions.
No. Is there instructions to this thing? Because maybe I'm disputing that.
Not at all. So I'm asking you first, man of God.
No. Answer
You
the
have to
question
answer
first.
You answer first.
What do you tend to run to for comfort?
No, I'm
Jesus!
done. No,
Put it back. Back.
Like, how do I answer that? Because there's so many ways I can answer this question right now.
Yeah, let's just.
I mean, it's called Candid Christian Convos. So
But I'm like, I want to know where this is going because do
Let's
they
go
want us to
there.
really
We're
answer
going-
the question?
we're going there.
We're going there.
Is it where I used to run to or where I currently run to?
let's do currently.
Currently?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
currently.
Where do you tend to run to for comfort? That's so crazy.
I think that's the point of
This is
the
going to expose me.
This is gonna expose me. Okay, go.
Okay, what do you tend to run to for comfort? You know what? My love language is touch.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So I tend to run to things that involve touch.
Fair enough.
We're going to keep it there for some. I'm an artist in the city, so I can't really go too far with that one. Where do you run to for comfort? Yeah, well, my love language is touch, so I do love to run to comfort and affection.
Yeah.
Okay.
That can get crazy.
There you go.
The Bible talks about inordinate affections.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it can get wonky out here in these streets if I'm not careful.
But there is a good way to get comfort in that love language.
Absolutely.
As well.
So I've learned to be around the right people.
There you go.
And so I find people that I know love me and care for me. And as you said, it's current. In the past, my tendency was to go to people that I thought cared about me.
Yeah.
So it will go down the wrong path.
Right.
Love language is touch. You do the math. So now I find the people that I know love me, care for me, that I can trust.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I can rock with the man them, rock with the gal them, and find comfort in being around people that I love. How about you, man of God? What do you tend to run to for comfort?
Oh my God. We're doing current comforts, right?
Current comfort.
Current. Oh my
let's
God.
you know.
Current.
Past.
I mean, I feel like there's a wide spectrum.
Okay.
That's
So
right.
like, for one, social media. Social media has a good way, not a good way of taking away the pain or kind of like healing the problem, but distracting you from it. So I can spend endless amount of time
Deep
just
scroll.
scrolling,
Right.
scrolling, trying to find
Bunny
something to
rabbit.
fill me, and it's not working.
Okay.
But it'll, I guess, fool me into thinking that it's working in some way or another.
Okay. Is there like I think we're talking right now about like negative
I was just about to say,
ones.
yeah.
Is there like a positive thing that you run to for comfort? Because social media can be positive,
Okay.
but it's not for you. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
I'm like, okay, that's it. How for me
But
though.
what's the positive one for you then?
Positive thing I run to for comfort. Journaling is a positive thing I run to. for
Okay.
comfort. Music I run to.
We
for
love a
comfort.
sensitive
Playing
man.
Music, you know,
Yes.
We
that
really
sort of
do.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. You know what? Yes, because my other positive one is choir music.
Really?
I run to some
Yeah.
good choir, either choir music or some old school Jamaican music.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Apostolic.
Yeah,
People will be shocked if they
apostolic.
realize I'm
apostolic, you know.
speeding down the 401, blasting some Jamaican church music the whole time.
When you say speeding, you mean within the speed limit.
Absolutely.
God.
Yes. So
We
yeah,
love
that's my positive one. Man of God, you. What do you tend to run to for comfort?
Jesus.
Boy, bye.
All right, let's try this again. What do you run to for comfort?
Jesus.
I mean, that's cute. That's your plan.
That's cute. You're telling me on good holy weekend,
you're
Jesus
right.
is cute?
You're right. Okay.
He's currently making a spectacle of Satan right now.
You're right.
Okay.
That's good.
That's true.
But then that's a good answer. Now let's dare to dive deep.
Jesus is deep.
Take the plunge.
Anywho, if we're going on a negative aspect, I started realizing at some point that food can be really a comfort thing for me, and actually it can be on both spectrums. So like on one hand, it's a creative outlet because I like to cook. So sometimes like cooking is a way for me to express myself and kind of like process or decompress from whatever. The negative aspect to that is that it could get like a smooth ride to a drive-through and order 17,000 things in there.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that messes with the whole summer body goals.
Gotcha.
Music as well is again both spectrums. On one hand, I can go to music and it's a good way to even help me process what I'm going through or whatever, whether I'm playing or whatever. If I'm not careful, I can go into like the wrong type of music and then off the deep end. So like you said, do the math. So everything. I think the things that I do go to for comfort, it's not necessarily what I'm going to, but which way or how I'm going about it. So if it's done in moderation, then you're good. If not, then
I think it's crazy
in a worse
how
situation.
all those things can be negative. Like the fact that music is such a good thing to run to.
Yeah.
But then if you play like the wrong track,
The wrong track.
it
With
can
the
go
wrong
the
message.
wrong. Exactly.
Yeah, same thing with your thing with affection and whatever. It's like if you're
Such
around
a
the
good
right
thing.
people who understand what your morals and values are and what you actually need, you can get what you want.
Yeah.
But with the wrong people, they're gonna mishandle you in that way.
Yes. And then in 9 months.
Not in 9 months. Wisdom
All
and even what we
right.
run
I
to.
think I'm finished. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we went deep enough, right?
Okay. So who's next? You. Please don't pick anything crazy.
You think I have a choice? It's not me.
You're right.
Oh God.
I'm scared to look.
Okay. Great. So are we gonna go this way?
No,
or is it gonna
same
hot
order,
potato?
same order.
Same
What
order.
do you mean? I'm in the middle though.
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying,
you
like,
start, then he goes, then I go.
That's not the
That's
same
not
order.
the same
Yes, it is.
order.
Because the
That
only
doesn't
reason, because he
Okay.
shut me down.
You, him, then me.
Why?
All right.
We bless God.
Wow.
I think you're thinking about yourself right now.
I am.
What false narrative are you believing about yourself?
God,
That's good.
That's
Get
nice.
the buckets out.
I feel like there should have been like
Dude,
a
not get
warning
the
sign
buckets
before
out.
we open this box.
Yeah,
Strong
warning.
deliverance.
No,
Strong
open
deliverance.
at your own risk.
Yeah.
Prepare buckets.
Actually.
My God.
We have Marcy
Okay.
blankets here.
Legit though. What false narrative are you believing about yourself? What can I go with? I don't know if this fits, but here's my answer. I think I still hold on to the lie that I'm not good enough. And I know that sounds generic. It sounds, you hear that a lot. But it's like in certain spaces that the Lord will bring me to, or people will call me to. Even when I get the invitation to a place, I'll be like, I don't deserve to be here. Like, what did they see in me that makes them think that I'm capable of X, Y, and Z?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something I still need to let go of, because when I'm in the moment and I'm going, I'm like, oh, I could have done this. I could actually do this. I'm actually capable. You know what I'm saying? Of leading, coaching, praying for people, holding a camera, so on and so forth. Like, I can do it.
Yeah.
But I think letting go of that narrative before I get to the place is what I need to do.
That's fair.
Yeah. Arnold,
What's the question?
what false narrative are you believing about yourself?
I think similar to you, I don't think it's one that I necessarily wholeheartedly believe. I think it's one of those that I kind of have to watch myself when it does present itself. So I just kind of like immediately defect it. But essentially, like, I think it's the aspect of like being too late. So I think like with
That's a good one.
yeah, so in terms of like either some of the goals and dreams or whatever that I might have, especially like in the society that we're in, and especially like, let's say like talking about music, like us as musicians, we're always in a weird spot, because on one hand we tend to look at the OGs and like the fact that they're masters, and we blink and we're like literally like finishing high school and there's a 6-year-old that can play Mozart.
6-year-old prodigy playing piano.
Like what what I took like 3 years to learn, you learned like in embryo.
In 30 seconds.
No,
and you
literally.
got perfect pitch. You got perfect pitch.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that blessing still.
No, it's all now. So I think that aspect of like, so between being in that middle spot where like, you know, and it's not that I don't know what I got, like I know what I got, and I'm cool with it. I'm not looking for anybody else's gift. But when I see where I am, and it's like, okay, the OGs are there, and look how long it took for them to get where they're at, and you turn around and the buddies are catching up to you.
Yeah.
You're like, is there gonna be any type of relevance for me? Is it too late? Like, did I miss my window? And so it's just kind of like God reminded me all the time. They're like, no, you didn't miss your turn.
Oh my
miss your turn.
God, that's
Yeah,
good.
There's a spot for you, buddy.
When S.Y. Younger came to town, I think that's the thing that he said, and I think that I just realized that might
My
be
God.
what that meant.
Say it again.
You didn't miss your turn.
You didn't miss your turn.
Glory!
He's in the room.
He's in the room.
Speaking of turn, yours.
Oh.
Woo.
I'm gonna read it again.
ahead.
What false narrative are you believing about yourself? That's crazy. There's so many. I promise you I'm okay. There's not so many.
That's why you have the shield of faith to deflect the fiery arrows of the evil one. My God.
What false narrative? I think the
Bible.
false narrative that I'm believing about myself is that I think I deserve to be rejected.
Oh.
That like, so I will give people exit routes a lot in relationship. So whether it's like wanting to like be close friends with someone or like in the dating process, it's like, okay, you need to understand that, you know, that I struggle with same-sex attraction. You need to understand that I have this kind of promiscuous past. That I think like this, I struggle with this. This is a mental thing that I'm dealing with. I have ADHD. This is happening with this, and the list goes on with all the things. So please, if you're gonna be here, buckle your seatbelts. But I think you should leave though. Oh my God. So I feel like I deserve to be rejected. Like I deserve it.
Yeah.
Because no woman's gonna want to marry a man that is attracted to the same sex. And no one's gonna want to be close with someone who has these thoughts or feels this way or has ADHD or all the things. So I think that's the false narrative, that like I deserve rejection. And because of the cross. Let's change the subject because I'll run.
That's right.
So well, yeah, that's so yeah, I think that's mine. That's the false narrative.
That's
fair.
Deep one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won that rock paper scissors for a reason. Clearly.
That's great.
Okay. Shoot, I'm gonna have to take a moment and think about this.
It's the fact that my heart's actually beating fast.
And I love
Be aware, this game might stress you out.
high blood pressure.
No. Might manifest.
You might manifest.
Jeez, bro.
So, check his pulse real quick.
No, but actually,
Okay, don't put your finger on the jacket. Check his actual pulse.
ask the question, man.
What do you think God is most proud of you for?
My God. Who's answering first?
He is.
I am.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
And then
You might have to give me a second. I feel like this is one of those like activations that we have in class with Pastor Sharon. It's like, ask God what he's most proud of you for. So I'm literally asking God like, what are you most proud of me for? And you're just like,
It's powerful.
that's hilarious. It's ironic because I feel like I'm not, but first word that kind of came to mind is like persistence. Persistence. I think there's just an aspect of like being able to, like Bible says, like righteous man falls down 7 times and still gets up. So I think it's just that aspect of like you go about a thing and either you lax or you fall or you get it wrong or whatever. You come back to the drawing board and you pick up. From our perspective, it's like you come back to the drawing board and start again and you go forward. But really, what it is that you start back from experience, and so now you think you fall and you went back to the beginning when really you fell and then
That's good.
you get back up and
Help
exactly where
us.
you are and then you
My God.
yeah, so I think there's one thing that's kind of there. It's like that innate posture and heart to that genuine posture and heart to get it right. I think is what brings me back around, even when I get it wrong or I'm not in the mood, or maybe I might have gone through like a period of time where it's like I haven't read my Bible in a minute or I haven't prayed or whatever, and it's just like, but that genuine posture is there, so it's like, yeah, I need to get back to this. I should just get back to it. So there's just that persistence to it. I guess in this case we're this way or this way. You said it. All right, your turn.
What did it say again?
What do you think God is most proud of you for?
Got it. I think it's kind of what you said at first. I think for me, it's most proud of me being brave. Because I think a lot of people usually celebrate, like, oh, they say, Matthew, you're so strong, or you just get it, or whatever the case is. And I'm just like, I said quite often now that, like, being saved for me is like a practical, adult, sober decision. Like, it's not like just this feelings thing.
Yeah.
Because it's rough out here. It's rough to be following Jesus some days. It's rough to say yes to Jesus. It's rough to be obedient.
It's risky too.
It's risky, but one thing for me is that, like, for some reason, I can honestly say that I'm constrained by the gospel at this point, because for some reason, I get up every day and keep on choosing Him. I'll fall and then choose Him again. I'll freak out in the middle of, like, doing a project. God said to do something, and I'm following Him. Whether it's like it's music or mentoring someone else or having another spiritual child or doing stuff like that, I'll say yes to the Lord. And then be freaking out in the middle of it, and then another moment comes up and I'm just like, no, I can't do it. But for some reason, I find myself in the middle of it again. I think it's because He made me brave, and so I think I think that's literally what the Lord's proud about for me, is that I've been brave for almost 34 years.
Yeah. Really?
I've been brave.
Just
So
you poke your head in first, and you might poke it back out. And then you're like,
yeah.
Okay, I guess we can go
A
here.
little bit of a temper tantrum.
Just in the middle of it. Just like,
no, why are you calling me? Leave me alone. I don't want to do it. I'm in love with you. Yes, I'll go.
No, it's literally like, get it out of your system, and then like,
exactly.
Like, I just wanted. I feel like we're at this part where you're like, you want me to do? Okay, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Right. It's like always says I struggle with, like,
all right, let's go.
With
delayed obedience or
delayed obedience, which is really disobedience. But, like, just delayed obedience. But, you know, let's
wrestle with it before you actually get up and go and do it.
Exactly.
But I think you can get like a 30-second window just to, like, scream and get all the jitters out, and then be like, all right, where are we going?
No, that's progress.
Yes.
30 seconds, because I'm still working on that.
Right?
Mine is a whole, like, 2 days. Like, give me 2 days to
Which is a
breathe about
progress,
this.
because before it could have been like a whole year.
You know what? You're right. Progress.
Right. And I'm so glad that we serve a high priest
Who's not
understands.
unfamiliar.
He's familiar with my weakness.
Hey.
He knows how I feel. Well, let's move on before I run and climb the lamp behind you.
So, Chopper,
Yeah.
what do you think God is most proud of you
Oh,
for?
man. I spent a little bit of time listening, but also doing some digging to find the answer for myself. And it's funny that you brought up the whole activation in the prophetic course thing, because that was actually one of the questions. And one I've been holding on to was the fact that He's proud of the fact that I can get my mind back to being fixed on Him.
Oh, nice.
So I heard that and I couldn't completely receive it and had to really sit with it for a bit. Like, God, what you talking about? Like, I live in distraction some days.
I know them ones.
Like, I live in distraction. What do you mean? But I think as I began to sat with it, I began to see myself in the way I do it. Like, I'll get distracted in a moment in a day, and be like, oh no, I need to go and read my Bible, go to the Word, let's go and pray, let's go spend time with the Lord and whatever else. So I think that's something He's proud of me about.
Dope.
And funny thing about these questions is that, like, kind of like you said, when people either when people give you like a word or whatever, and they'll say things and you're like, what?
Exactly.
I'm the complete antithesis of everything you just said.
Oh, my
And
Lord.
then you sit down for a moment, and then you kind of grow through it, and then what the thought that came to mind while you were talking is like, you eventually start to see yourself the way He sees you. So it's like, no, because it's literally like, because that's what it is. Because before, when they tell you or He says something, you see you the way you see you.
Yep.
Then eventually, to time, you're like, oh, so that's what you're talking about.
Preach, dummy!
Relax. Candid Christian Convos.
These questions are actually very, very good.
They're dope.
And it makes me nervous, but honestly, I think it's actually so dope.
And I like that there's a balance. Like, there's a certain hard question that, like, you have to sit there and, like, you really want to answer this.
Yeah.
And there's a question like that where you're like, oh snap, like,
Yeah.
I'm not a total pile of, like, regret.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually worth something.
Yeah.
That's what's so
Praise
dope
God.
dope about things like this, is that it's like the two things where you actually are, and for a moment you feel kind of freaked out. Like, I'm asked to ask this deep question, so I feel like afraid or whatever.
Right.
But then you're met with the love of God at the end of it, because you remember the truth.
Especially
of
if you're doing it with, like, a good community too. Like,
Yes. And see, the thing is, the reality is, you guys are actually that good community. I love you guys. Okay, I love you. I love you.
I don't like this.
All right.
Let's do it on.